Can you imagine being the restaurant that gives Keith Lee a parasitic worm? Like, just imagine that. Just imagine you're so hype when you see Keith Lee in your restaurant getting ready to try your sushi, buffet style, so you can't really prepare anything special for him. But like, you know he's about to try your shit. He's going to give you a rating. You're proud of your food. He gives good ratings, 8.5 out of 10. And then 5 days later, a girl on TikTok zooms in a little bit on one of those pieces of nigiri. Just zooms in a smidge. And we see a worm doing the fucking Cupid shuffle across that piece of salmon. I genuinely gagged when I watched that video. And I went back to watch Keith Lee's video again. I sincerely hope our eyes were all deceiving us. Oh, I know Keith Lee, when he sees that, I would be panicking. Oh, that... Prayers up to him.
All right, let's talk about the worm. So Keith Lee went to Fob Sushi in Seattle, and people are saying that this little guy in his video is a worm. Keith Lee has not addressed it as far as I know, but Fob Sushi has. They posted this on their Instagram saying, "Dear valued customers, we were honored to recently welcome Keith Lee to Fob Sushi and are incredibly grateful for his visit and the support from everyone who has stopped by. Recently, a video has been circulating online that claims worms were found in our sashimi. We want to address this claim directly and assure you that is entirely false. At Fob Sushi, we are committed to upholding the highest health and safety standards to provide clean, fresh, and safe food for every customer." We then list all the regulations and their suppliers. Regarding the video, the movement observed in the fish may result from natural elasticity or the pressure of chopsticks when applied to its structure. We want to assure our customers that this is not indicative of worms or any health concerns. I don't know, you guys. It is kind of giving worm energy. I'm not about to say like, oh, don't ever go to Fob Sushi because of this one incident that we don't really know if it really is a worm because they're saying it's not a worm. But it is alarming and it is a little concerning to see. Is this a worm? Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, so update in Wormgate, Fob Sushi came out and made a statement and said that, hey, that was not a parasite that you guys saw. That was not a worm. In fact, it was the elasticity from the pressure from the chopsticks. And I swear we are being gaslit. Fob Sushi is gaslighting the consumers into believing that what we saw was not a worm. It was not a parasite. It was just the pressure from the chopsticks. I've eaten all types of sushis, like different kinds of rolls. Yeah, when I apply pressure on the chopsticks, the most that happens is the roll falls apart. I have never seen it like wiggle and move and be alive. Raw, yes. Alive, no. You know, good for them to come out and make a statement to try to save face, but like, I'm cool on that. Like, if I'm ever in that area, no thank you. I hope that Keith Lee is in good health and anybody else who may have consumed sushi or sashimi from Fob Sushi that day. Yikes.
Check your sushi before you take a bite. That's what many are intending to do after Keith Lee posted a video where he visited a sushi restaurant in Seattle and the sushi had more protein than just the fish. It had worms in it.
Sushi done in the most unique way that I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's one of the most recommended places to sleep in here. And it's buffet style. So you go in, you grab a box. As you pick the box, you grab a tong, and you go down the line and you pick the sushi that you want. They have over 30 different options. This as a sashimi. It's high. 8.5 out of 10. And especially for the price. I would come just for that by itself. In my opinion, the rice is definitely overcooked. It's very gummy, but the salmon is fresh.
The restaurant, which sells sushi by the weight, has been getting a lot of hate. However, what many don't realize is that the worms prove that the sushi is fresh. It is estimated that 75% of wild salmon have anisakid nematodes and tapeworm larvae. If any of these are present, it means that the fish is fresh as can be. If you want to get rid of them, the FDA suggests cooking or freezing the salmon. But what do you think? Are you willing to eat worms if it means the fish is fresh?
The situation with Keith Lee accidentally eating a worm when he was trying sushi in Seattle is the main reason why I will never eat sushi. One, because raw food in general just sounds disgusting to me. And two, fish have worms in them. It's a proper procedure to make sure that they don't when they're being served. But it's like still, it just takes one person to not do their job correctly before you're eating worms. Like, no. He was eating at a sushi bar called Fob Sushi Bar in Seattle, and somebody like stitched his video and was slowing it down to like show, like even when he lifted it up to show the camera, it was like a piece of salmon or something, and it was raw salmon, of course, because it's sushi, and you can literally see the worm at the bottom of the salmon. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't see the appeal. I never saw the appeal in eating raw anything. It just never sat right with me. And now I 100% see why it don't sit right with me, because it's gross. Like, and salmon normally has worms in them. Like, it's real fresh salmon. So it's supposed to be there, but it's supposed to, like, you know, they're supposed to clean it out so you're not eating worms. But obviously somebody didn't do their job correctly, and now, yeah, that's why I don't eat sushi. So anybody that ever asks, oh my gosh, Brian, why don't you like sushi? That's why.
Rice is a huge component.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
But this as a sashimi?
Did y'all see that worm? Y'all, that's so disgusting. This is exactly why I do not eat raw stuff. That is so disgusting. But on another note, why are y'all eating raw stuff and you don't even inspect your food very well? Because me not even eating raw, I still inspect my food very well. Like, I am one of those people that has to break stuff open and like see the inside. I can't just like blindly eat stuff. Y'all trust people in places way too much for me. I don't have that much trust. But in all seriousness, Keith, are you good? Like, I don't know how I would react knowing that seeing that I ate a whole worm. Oh my God. I gotta be careful out here, because now that's inside. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Better research cleansing, my guy.
Tonight's bits of banter are served with a side of E. coli. This creator has posted that his girlfriend and him went to Fob Sushi just like Keith Lee did. And we all remember the sushi that Keith Lee ate, that we saw the worm squirming on the little piece. Oh. So he went on to post about how his girlfriend ended up in the hospital for a week after eating at Fob Sushi. He ends up doing a post showing that this is what he ate from Fob Sushi. Oh, they had a lot. And Keith Lee only had like 6 pieces. Oh. So pretty much like the day after going to Fob Sushi, he ends up saying that his girlfriend ends up having the runs, you know what I mean? And then they end up going to the hospital. They do a poo test and find out that she has E. coli as well as an inflamed colon. Yikes. And she's still in the hospital, but also they're doing other tests because she is still having the runs. Pretty much his girlfriend's not doing quite very well, but they do have a video of her eating right now, so maybe she's doing better, but she's still in the hospital for a week after eating at Fob Sushi. And we still haven't heard from Keith Lee, so I hope he's doing okay, because he definitely ate a fucking worm and possibly has E. coli as well. Ooh! And so Fob, we will not be gaslit anymore, okay? Okay? We saw it. We saw it.
Everyone is concerned for Keith Lee. So Keith Lee recently had sushi at a sushi bar called Fob Sushi in Seattle, but it was a mistake. It's a super popular sushi spot where you buy sushi by weight and they charge $15 a pound. However, while he was reviewing the sushi back in his car, people spotted something unexpected. Keith Lee ate some sort of parasite or worm and he didn't even realize. And people were quick to comment on the situation to warn Keith Lee of what happened, but he has yet to make a video and many are thinking he might be sick. Everyone is demanding answers and they're not happy with Fob Sushi, not just because of Keith Lee, but also because it's a really popular sushi spot and the people who like to go there often are just finding out they have parasites in their sushi, which could be due to the fish being handled wrong or it's simply not good enough quality to be used for raw sushi. But now Fob Sushi has also made a statement to everyone who is questioning them, and they're claiming this wasn't a parasite, meanwhile it clearly looks like it was. It seems like they're trying to protect their reputation, even though Keith Lee definitely had something in the sushi he ate. He's most definitely going to have to get treatment now, since these parasites can really make you sick. But now everyone is waiting for an update from Keith Lee and they're hoping he's going to be okay after this whole situation.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about Keith Lee and him eating a tapeworm or worm from a raw sushi place or that he's gotten from it. People are disgusted, they are grossed out, they are eked out. So much going on. I remember seeing a video on raw salmon and how sometimes they can have worms in it. I don't know, it was some time ago, but either it was a bad salmon, because some people do say it's from bad salmon, but some people are also saying it, if the salmon is fresh, very fresh, there's still going to be worms in it. So it's such a shame, because I used to have sushi here and there. I haven't had it for some time now, and I don't even eat shrimp anymore, but I used to have shrimp. But the case that we now have to be worried about the salmon, because when I was having the salmon sushi, it looked neat, it looked fine, but seeing that, it was a bit concerning, I will say that. That's why, as a food critic, or if you have that kind of job, you want to make sure your immune system is up. Because even if the food looks pleasant, you don't know what you're putting in your body as much. Even if you ask the questions and everything, always keep your immune system up. Make sure you're healthy, doing your exercises, because, man, if you're in the food business, you got to be careful. But tell me you guys' thoughts on this. And yeah,